Section 8.4, question E57. We have two people wanting to test the proportion of adults who took chemistry in high school. Local newspaper claims it's 0.24. Jeffrey takes 200 adults. Talene takes 700 adults. Both of them use that same level of significance. And we're going to assume for this particular question that the newspaper's percentage is wrong. In other words, that this is not the true proportion of adults in the neighborhood. So is it possible for Jeffrey or Talene to make a type 1 error? And the answer here is no. Well, why not? It seems likely that they could. Well, a type 1 error is rejecting the null when it is actually true. Rejecting the null hypothesis when it is actually true. If the null hypothesis is not true, or if it's not true, it's not even possible to make a type 1 error, I guess is what I'm saying here. And in this case, the newspaper's percentage is wrong. This null hypothesis is false. So it's not even possible for them to make a type 1 error. And who is more likely to do so? Well, it's not possible for either of them to do so here. However, is it possible to make a type 2 error? Now, what's a type 2 error? A type 2 error is the null hypothesis is wrong, but you fail to pick up on it. In other words, typically you don't have enough units or people in your sample to catch the error, or potentially the sample you took just happened to be a sample that didn't fall outside of the acceptable region. So it is possible for either one of them to make a type 2 error because we know that the percentage is wrong. We know that the null hypothesis is false. The question is, will they pick up on it? If they don't pick up on it, then they're going to make a type 2 error. So it's possible, even though these are fairly high samples, especially Talene's, it's possible. It's probably very unlikely, but it's possible. Who's more likely to do so? Well, Jeffrey only has 200 adults. Talene has 700. So assuming they're both random, which it states that they are, Talene is going to have a better chance at picking up that difference because she has the larger sample. In other words, Jeffrey has a greater chance of making that type 2 error and failing to pick up on the rejection of the null. In other words, failing to reject the null even though it should be rejected.